Today we're going to be making tuna salad made easy with just a few ingredients. The first thing you'll need is a can of chunk-like tuna, 2 eggs, real mayonnaise, sweet relish, and some onions. The first thing we're going to do is boil our eggs. Place the boiler on the oven, and then what you need to do is just turn the fire up on medium heat and let your eggs boil for about 15 minutes. These eggs have already boiled, so what we're going to do is stick the entire pot in the water into the sink, and we're going to run water over it to cool the eggs. You take the eggs and just crack the shell of the eggs one by one. Just crack both shells of each egg, and then you just begin to peel the shell off of the eggs. We'll take the can of tuna with the can opener, and we'll simply open the can. Normally I leave the top on the can. I don't open it all the way, and I do this for safety. You might want to do the same thing. Simply squeeze the top of the can, and it will drain all of the water out. I'm using tuna in water rather than tuna in oil. This is the healthier version. Now just take a knife or a spoon. Normally you would use a spoon, the knife. I'm just using that because it was the first thing that I saw. But what you need to do is take a spoon and scrape the tuna out of the can into a bowl. Then you take the knife and chop your onions. First, you'll slice them the long way, and then you turn it sideways and slice them sideways, and they become chopped onions. I'm using about 1/4 of a cup of onions. Then you take your boiled eggs and chop the boiled eggs up. Slice them the long way, just as if you did the onions, and then turn it sideways and slice it that way, and it becomes chopped eggs. This can be done in a food processor as well, especially the onions. But for those of you who do not have a food processor, just use a knife to chop your items. The next thing we're going to do is measure the relish. For 1 can of tuna, you will need about 1/2 cup of relish. Now we're going to mix all of our ingredients together. Again, that's 1/4 cup of chopped onions, 2 tablespoons of real mayonnaise. You can use fat-free mayonnaise, or you can use regular mayonnaise. Miracle Whip also works well with this recipe. And also add your eggs. I'm using 1 egg. The other egg I've saved for garnish. You can add as many eggs as you like, or as little as you like. And 1/2 cup of sweet relish. Mix all these ingredients together. Mix it well. You can also add chopped apples to this recipe, and you can also make the onions optional. Some people don't eat onions in their tuna salad, but I have added it to this recipe to give it just a little bit of a nicer taste. Apples add a nice flavor as well. you do add the apple, just add about a half of an apple and chop it up similar to the way we chopped up the onion.
And there you have it, tuna salad made